Part 1. Complete this conversation. So, we were talking about climates. Amy, are there any sort of climates that you'd like to live in? I would like to live in Iceland or Scandinavia. Interesting. Why would you like to live in that sort of climate? The snow is just so beautiful, and my image of those countries is that their infrastructure is sufficient enough to keep you warm when you're inside. But I'd say it's just so beautiful. The snow is amazing. It quietens everything. I think it's glorious. I just really like it. I used to ski when I was younger, so I like skiing and I like the hills and yeah, and the snow on hills is just beautiful for me. How about you? Well, I love snow too, but I don't like it when it gets so slushy and sloppy, and your feet are freezing. I think like the ideal of snow is really appealing. I'm not sure about, living in it. I prefer, I don't know, maybe the climate of like southern Italy, kind of Mediterranean climate. I think that would be really quite pleasant. Not too hot by the sea, although, yeah, in the summer it does get hot, but I don't think it's the humidity. Right, I was just thinking about that. What kind of heat is it? Is it a dry heat? I think it's a drier heat, yeah. Yeah, whereas the heat we get here is unbearable at time, right? Yeah, it's really bad, yeah. So, what's the highest temperature? What's the range of temperature in southern Italy? What kind of climate? Do you know? Not sure. I guess maybe at this time of year it starts getting up towards 20 degrees. That's nice. And then I think it does, places like Sicily, I think it does get pretty hot, probably like high 30s. Yeah, yeah, so and think the winters are probably quite mild unless you're from the north of Italy, of course, near the mountains. Yeah, down in the south it remains kind of pretty mild. Uh-huh. If it's in the med, it's my image of that. I've never been to Italy, so I don't know. I've been to the south of France and it got really hot. That was a nice temperature. It was dry and yeah, the nighttime wasn't too hot either. It was really nice during the day. That was a nice climate, I think. Part 2. Answer the question. Number 1. Why did the elementary school bus pull into a gas station? The answer is because the bus driver need to use the bathroom. Number 2. What is the reason of the driver bus to left the student on the bus? The reason is the driver need to use the bathroom, so he left the student on the bus. Number 3. Who saved the students and how he did it? One of the students, named Jack, he pressed hard on the brake pedal and managed to stop the bus as it approached a guard rail overlooking a crate bed. Jack turned off the ignition. Number 4. Why did the students begin yelling and screaming on the bus? The answer, because the bus slowly started rolling away from the gas station and the bus picked up speed. Number 5. Retell the story using your own word. The answer is the story tells about the school bus driver who stopped at a gas station because he wanted to use the bathroom but he didn't turn off the engine and didn't bring his key when he went to the toilet because it was cold outside and he didn't want the kids to get cold when he went to the bathroom. In the bus there were 20 children and the driver forgot to set the emergency brake due to the rush. So the bus slowly started rolling away from the gas station. As the bus picked up speed, the children started yelling and screaming. Luckily, there was one student named Jack who dared to run forward to the driver's seat and grab the steering wheel to press the brake pedal hard and managed to stop the bus. Then he turned off the ignition. When the police arrived at the scene, the police congratulated Jack on his heroic efforts, but Jack was not impressed with what he had done because stopping the bus was easier than playing Grand Theft Auto 3 The bus driver was arrested by police initially on charge of leaving a child unattended while a motor vehicle was driving. The district attorney said he hoped to increase the charge to a felony because of the number of children involved and ensure that the bus driver never would drive a bus in this country again. Part 3. Retell the story using your own word. The story is taken from Fox's point of view. Many people said that the fox likes to eat chicken the most, although it's not entirely wrong, but they all don't know that a delicious piece of cheese is more appreciated than chicken. One sunny morning, the fox searched for food with his nose and smelled the cheese in the breeze. When the fox looked up, he saw Miss Crow standing on a tree branch and holding a large piece of cheese in her beak. It was stolen, no doubt. He also called Miss Crow and praised her if he could hear her voice. I'm sure such a charming creature must sing very sweetly. If I could only hear one line of her song, I would praise her as the princess of the jungle, said the fox. Miss Crow puffed up her feathers and started singing the most beautiful song I've ever heard. But in fact, her voice is not beautiful at all. The fox said like that because he wanted Miss Crow opened her beak so that the cheese in her mouth fell and the fox could eat it.